Hello everyone, my name is Roy, your local Splatoon interview addict, and today I'm joined with Pastry. Pastry, could you introduce yourself real quick, please?
Hello, everyone. Guys, we have a crazy tournament and like pretty close to this Saturday. It's gonna be something crazy. 20XX. I am doing great and I'm excited to be on this and to talk about some Splatoon.
That's the hype we gotta bring. This is what happens when you get like two kind of beep hosts in the same VC doing the same thing. It's just like energy one side to the other. Uh, um, Pastry, give us a little insight into how people might know you if they've seen you around in the community and kind of what you've been up to.
Absolutely. So back in 2024, and this in a way connects to 20XX, I made this big old document with this is how you use this team comp, this is how you use that team comp, this over there, this right there. And I reached out to a ton of people when I was making it. Eventually, that document got shared around to a lot of people. It got into a position where I could confidently show it to Chara, and he broke it down, he roasted the hell out of it, and I was like, okay, I can make this better. People like me know me for that, or on the social medias like the TikTok, YouTube, as that one VTuber that makes all that Splatoon content about don't do this, do this. It's pretty fun. Usually one of those two.
Yeah, kind of in that realm of a very kind of advice orientated kind of here's how to be a little bit more optimal in your gameplay type content that you've been consistently putting out for a little bit.
Yeah, around that board.
So then kind of walk me through your kind of introduction into competitive Splatoon. What was your journey from discovering that hey, people play this squid paintball game like pretty damn hard?
Oh my gosh, that's a fun one. So way back in the day, I'm talking Splatoon 1, like month 3, like that kind of early. I found out about the competitive scene through a tournament called Inkstorm. Not the special, Inkstorm 2015. It was this insane tournament. There was American players, European players, a Japanese team that was so freaking iconic. And I saw that and I was like, holy shit, these guys are worlds better than me. This is crazy. However, at the time, I was a Smash Bros. Player. So I didn't play Splatoon actually seriously for a long ass time. It was just on that realm of like, oh, okay, people take this seriously. That's cool. And I just like stopped caring. But it came in waves. I would look at the competitive scene a little bit and then just like back away, forget about it. Then look at it again during Splatoon 2 a couple times. I almost did one scrim, but didn't fully extend on it. But in Splatoon 3, I stopped playing Smash Bros. After a fair bit. And I was like, you know what? Splatoon 3's comp scene looks pretty damn cool. It's that one game I see at the Smash Bros. Majors that I never pay attention to, but it looks kind of cool. So I decided to give LUTI a shot. I decided to join a team for the first time. And at that point, it was curtains. This is the only game I play now. This is an addiction. I need help.
Was it kind of really that love at first, not sight, but love at first play, I guess, where you kind of had that first competitive experience and then it really just became an entire life of its own?
Yes, oh my god, it was so cool because I'm someone that loves to learn from different games, different concepts from like that book there or that movie there or Overwatch or League of Legends. I like to tie really loose ideas and put them into the thing I'm learning to understand that thing better. And when I played competitive for the first time, I was like, holy shit, these weapons, and since it's a team-based game, it's not just a 1v1 game like Smash Bros. It's like, oh my god, there's almost like these little archetypes, these like character classes. Like, oh, Roar's kind of like an assassin, but then Splat Charger, this is more like a ranged artillery kind of weapon. and being able to see all the little pieces interact, it made me super intrigued. It made me want to learn a ton of different weapons. Unfortunately, one of those was Big Swig. I still regret that. I spent like 3 years trying to learn Big Swig. That was an awful idea. Not 3 years, not 3 years. Jesus, 1 year. I'm not that crazy. But I spent a lot of time thinking about, wow, I really love how this game interacts with the ideas I already have in my mind. I want to go as far as I can to push both my understanding of the game, but also my execution.
Do you think you're kind of in that mindset of really focusing on improvement when it comes to the game? Because that's kind of the impression that I'm getting.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god, absolutely. That is like instinctual. I kid you not. Like an hour before this, I was making some notes to my team about how we can play the openers on Umami more effectively. I'm that brain rotted. I it's not just playing the game to me. It's how can I be the best possible? A lot of that tends to be more on the planning end, which has its ups, has its downs. By the way, if you're listening here, I almost said chat. Jesus Christ. By the way, if you're listening,
Not
if you're
chat.
listening to this,
Not chat.
it's an addiction. This I swear to God. But if you're listening to this and you like to make plans too, make sure to also play the damn game. X rank, 20 games of X rank versus 5 hours of playing and like 5 games of X rank, it it won't save you. You need plans. You need to also play the game. But I love it. I love the planning end of like doing the right opener, picking the right comp. I love the playing ends because I don't mind waking up at 3 a.m. to play a Japanese tournament. That's happened like 50 times now. I don't mind staying up late to play X String. I don't mind doing 3 tournaments in a day because if I can learn one thing that's going to make me much better as a player, I see that as a trade off that I almost always want to take.
Mm-hmm. And then you talk about this kind of prep and the game within the game, the game of how to approach the game, right? And
Mm-hmm.
how do you apply that to kind of an event if you're to practice for it? If you're signing up for a tournament like 20XX and you have to build up your skills and your understanding to be able to play in it, what's that preparation process like for you?
It's a bit funny since I love to do a lot of prep, but I also just do a bunch of pickups. Like if you ever scroll my Send a Week page, you're going to see like 100+ different team names of like 4 different people I grabbed. It's different if it's my team, of course, but generally the theme is I like to be the best possible player I can be. And that comes from getting coaching beforehand against or for my VODs, for that one key thing I need to learn on in practice. Having that one thing as a time of this podcast, that one thing for me right now is improving my setup in my fights, which is just a fancy word for make sure I'm not inting by running into spots with 0 paint and getting 1v3, being a little bit smarter there. Generally, I like to get coaching for that idea. I make plans, I make little loadouts. I can actually send some pictures of those. I don't know if that's be able to be put up on the recording end, but I like to make little plans of how I can open up the map. I love to dissect what really, really great players do on my gun compared to me. Like, oh, so Toto, I was actually doing this earlier. Toto, when he goes for a fight, he proactively moves backward or moves to one of the walls or moves to somewhere where after a while he won't get shot. And he doesn't do that reactively. Like the opponent doesn't shoot at him and he's like, oh shit, I guess I gotta go to cover. He does that beforehand. So by the time the opponent shoot him, he lives. And I realize that's different than me because I will go somewhere, shoot my decap shot, and fucking die. So I need to make that change. I love to look at things like that. Generally, the theme is being the best individual player I can and letting that create a situation where I can lead my team or my pickup better.
When it comes then to the team that you're planning to play with in 20XX, who do you plan on bringing up to the event? Is it a pickup? Is it a team that you're playing with quite consistently?
About in the middle, I do have my teammate Gray. Well, his full tag is Mono Gray, but don't tell him I said that because he hates his full tag. But that dude is my right-hand man. He plays the dually, I play the decav, and we both love mech diffing and playing off each other's fights. When we're hot, you will see some of those beautiful frontline plays in your life. It's like that one meme of like, the shit is so pink. And the guy has like the tear rolling down his eye, like stuff like that. But when we're not hot and we're just fucking feeding, oh my god, we look awful. So we've been trying to reduce the times where we're playing awful and make more of those moments where we feel fantastic. It's let us get a few really good wins. Like I've gotten 2 top 8s in Triton with them. One of those we actually beat a +1 player. So that felt awesome. But I'm going to be playing with them. And after that, I mean, I'm going to be looking for some kind of cooler for sure. I notice I love to play around the more self-sufficient coolers. Like, everyone loves Pencil. Like, sure, right? But Dynamo can just one-shot anybody that's approaching it. Rapid, such a good fighter. Tri-Slosher, those kind of weapons, right? And then the last, it's probably going to be some kind of Slayer. Ideally an AoE gun, but I'm not too strict when it comes to that.
Pretty focused on kind of the idea of what kind of weapon structures and team compositions you're going to be making then.
Yes. This has been one of the biggest areas of improvement for me, especially as we're rolling into 2026, because I have a really good general understanding of, oh, these weapons are good together because XYZ. But applying that to the way I actually play has been something that's been a bit of a struggle. And I've had, honestly, quite a lot of inconsistency when it comes to tournaments. Like, if you look at my results page, every single set I'm put on there has like 2 or 3 plus guys in it. A lot. But then my div is div 4. Most div 4 players, I'm assuming, don't have a win on the kinds of guys I get wins against. But part of that is because I play with a lot of different people. Some of those players are amazing at playing off of my strengths, which is going in, creating space on the team, but I'm going to need some kind of engine, which is jumps back in. That engine itself needs to know how to defend itself. Like, I can't be spending so much time peeling it because then that takes away from my strengths. Definitely the kinds of coolers that are self-sufficient, I love to play around, as well as Slayers that can take space on their own, sure, but especially confirm kills off of what I do. Like, when I have an S-Blast on my team, oh my god, it feels so good.
There's definitely that, like, as a wiper player, this idea of like you're going in and you're trying to do like silly fun mech play, like mech diff plays, and having those like follow-ups from teammates. It's definitely something that I relate to a lot.
It's so nice to have those, and it feels so fucking bad to not have them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I just have to turn into what feels like a 1v3 machine. And sometimes I do that, and sometimes I go 0-2. Usually, I will go like 1-2 when those kind of things happen. So those are generally the kinds of things I love to look for when I'm making a pickup.
And then, like, when it comes to approaching a tournament like 20XX, where it's kind of a big major and it's a test of your ability to stand up against some of the best teams that we have in the West. What's your goal going into a big tournament like that? how do you kind of wrap your head around the idea that it's going to be a really tough hill to climb if you're going to want to get a good result?
It depends a lot on the kinds of players I get. Like, if I get a squad where it's like, okay, we can top 8 this thing, I'm going to be playing that shit like it's LUTI DivX finals. Like, there's going to be prep out the wazoo. We're going to scrim beforehand. We're going to do a warm-up tournament beforehand. Now, if I don't get that, I usually take the approach of spam ping on Discord, hashtag LFG, hashtag pickup, until I get 4. And then be like, okay, we're going to run this, guys. And then the day happens, and then we send it. So a little bit extreme either way, but generally it's gonna depend on who I can get at those last 2. Ideally, I get some hitters though, some bangers.
If you get kind of those players of a caliber, and you're all kind of the same mind that you wanna sweat and you wanna go hard, and you have this possibility of having like a dream set where you have your squad, you all feel really confident at the game. What's the enemy team that you could see in 20XX that would be the most hype set from a viewer point of view, or maybe even for yourself in playing the set?
I would love to fight Zenith's group, because Zenith as a player, super inspirational to me. Very flexible, has a great sense, a great mind for the game. She even helped back then give me some super crucial tips when it came to understanding how Japanese players would play compared to Western players at the time. But also, she plays Viper, and I play Decav. So if I can fight a bomb-ass sword player with my mid decapitator, someone who's coached me before, someone who's helped me out before, someone that I look up to, I would love to fight a team like that. So much.
There is definitely something like deep within the brain and soul of like Splatana players where the second you see another Splatana player, there is instantly that rivalry, and it's like, okay.
Yes. Oh God.
We're drawing swords like a samurai movie, and
Dude, whenever there's a decap, I recognize a fair bit of decap players because I look around the scene a ton. When there's a decap on the other team, it's on sights, bro. Like, I am so locked in on like, yo, I'm winning the set because I am the better decap. I don't care if you're Omega, which I would love to fight Omega, by the way. That'd be pretty cool. I don't care if you're Timmy 85. It's on sights, dude.
I definitely relate to that a lot, especially I don't know. I run into a wiper in solo queue, and it's just like the game stops being how do I win, and it's like how do I beat the wiper in a 1v1.
How do I shit on that other wiper?
Bro, you got to assert dominance. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of then we've talked a lot about you playing in 20XX, but there's also this side of you where it's like the beep side and the splat chat side and the kind of analyzing what's happening in the competitive scene right now. From kind of that standpoint, what do you think people can expect like leading up to 20XX in terms of performances from other teams or players?
Oh, it is so good. First off, before anything, there will be some Japanese pickup that signs up 2 days before. So be ready for that. You're gonna see a JP squad of like 3 guys with 3,500 and like 1 guy with 4K. So just anticipate that, okay? It always happens. You may not see that right now, but it will show up. Be ready. Second of all, the top 3 is looking, they're top 3 seeds right now, they're looking really nice. The first team has Zenith, of course, but with Thunder, And Thunder, it's super cool to see Thunder because Thunder usually doesn't do that much online stuff. Usually a LAN warrior, but also Volti. Volti, the best carbon in the West, easily. She's gonna be showing up too, and also Yosha on that squad. Oh my god, it's a really nice seed one. It reminds me half of the 20XX League winners. I'm pretty sure it was Zenith, Yoshell, Goss, and Atomic on that squad. So it's half of them there. They're gonna go crazy. I also had to shout out Moonlight because, oh my god, if you guys have not seen Moonlight versus MC Win in the NA League, you have to check that set out. After the podcast, of course, but you have to check it out. It is so good. Basil hits one of the craziest clutches in her life, bro. Like, oh my god. That team, they're coming back from a bit of a break, but I'm still ready for them to, honestly, like a bare minimum top 4.
It was that set was a once in a generation thing.
It's so good.
You mentioned also the third seed is also looking pretty good.
Yes, it is so interesting. This group here, Sun Eater, they jump scared everyone, frankly, with how well they did in the Sendo Q finale that happened just before 20XX. People are like, oh, that's a nice team. I mean, they're not gonna do that crazy. And then they top cuts. Like, what? Only 4 teams can top cut in the Sendo Q finale. And they did it. I'm very interested to see how they do because they had to fight some killer teams. They also took PXG to Game 5. And PXG is a team that slaughters the top Western teams. Sometimes they make it not look close. So, given the right mindsets, the right confidence, that squad will go the distance.
And there's also this thing, like you were mentioning it earlier, with like the random JP super team that's gonna randomly pick up the tourney like 2 days before. There's always this thing that happens with tournaments in this scene where you'll look at the people signed up the week before and you'll be able to analyze it, and then you'll check the day before the tourney and there's like 3 other super teams that have popped up in the meantime.
Yes, every single time.
So even at this like point where we're a week out for the tourney, we got some like interesting faces that people are going to want to watch for this. Absolutely.
It's going to be so damn good. You guys better have your popcorn ready. The squid in the 20XX background, right? It's a yellow and black squid. The yellow is from the butter that is from the popcorn that you guys are going to eat.
True. Can we get a true chat? Chat?
What the fuck I just said, I can't lie.
Pastry. Before we kind of close out, wrap up a little bit, is there anything that you wanna say that people should be on the lookout for 20XX or keep an eye out for?
Oh yeah. Get on Blue Sky. Follow like 30 Splatoon creators. When 20XX happens, you are going to see people either mauling at the most annoying ass top 4 comp you've ever seen, or you're gonna see, oh my god, This team, they're the best team of all time. Oh my god, sign my forehead.
There is something that is a completely unique experience about like watching the live tweets coming in on Blue Sky or Twitter like during an event and being part of that like live community like experience that's so special.
Absolutely. Make sure to keep your pages, keep your feeds turned up. I know you're gonna be doom scrolling that day. At least be doom scrolling Splatoon. All I'm gonna say.
Why be doom scrolling when you can be joy scrolling in brackets 20xx?
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Pastry, this has been an absolutely amazing opportunity to get to sit down and chat with you. Do you have any socials you want to plug before we wrap up?
I'm not gonna lie. Usually people are like, oh, if you check out my YouTube at pigfart257, you can see my videos. Just search up Pink Fluffy Pastry on Google. I'm everywhere. Maybe
Girlie
not
said,
LinkedIn.
"Google me."
Yeah. Like I'm on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. Like it's this is fucking everywhere. You'll find something. You'll find something good.
Absolutely. I will say though, it is really funny if you Google like Roa Splatoon, it brings up like Fisk's YouTube channel instead of mine first,
What the
which is
fuck?
really funny to me. Because like I'm in enough of his videos like tagged in it and shit in the description that like the YouTube algorithm picked up that like Fisk is associated with this Roa and this Splatoon thing. It's really funny. I don't know if it's still like that since I've started doing interviews or whatever. But it was like that for a significant time. Fisk, if you're listening, I haven't forgiven you yet. Um,
Dude, Fitz beat me in bracket like a couple days ago. Like, bro,
we both out for blood on this man, bro.
literally.
Okay, Pastry, absolutely incredible to be able to get to talk to you. I hope I wish you the best of luck going forward for playing in 20xx. I hope the people at home enjoy watching it on the 14th and 15th this upcoming Saturday and Sunday. If you want to check it out, all the links are going to be either on screen or in the description. I've been Roa. If you want to find me, I'll also be linked in the description or a collaborator on the YouTube video. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. I'll catch you in the next 20xx video. And peace out, guys. Thank you.
Bye.